Well, welcome everybody to the Society of Hospital Pharmacists Leadership Forum. And I want to thank you and acknowledge you for your work, what you do in terms of administering medicines, in advising patients, in ensuring that we have outcomes that protect the health, protect the recovery, and provide real benefit to patients is immensely important. We know the challenge in the safe use of medicines. The Pharmacy Society earlier this year identified 650,000 medication misadventures a year that lead to emergency department or hospitalisation encounters for patients. And 650,000 is an extraordinary number when we think about it. And so this is a real and significant issue. That's why only recently I declared that the safe and quality use of medicines will become the next national health priority. It's an important step forward, and you have made the case, pharmacists across Australia have made the case, and when you look at the data from the Society of Hospital Pharmacists, from the work of the PSA and the Guild, we recognise how important it is. So I want to thank you and acknowledge you for your work and to recognise the importance of this issue with that decision. Going forwards, I have a series of further announcements to make following the TGA's recent review of opioids. The challenge of opioids, we know in particular, means that over 1,000 Australians lost their lives in the last full year for which we have figures. While some of those lost them to illicit drugs, we know that many were lost to legally obtained medicines. And so this is why we will take significant steps going forward. In particular, we will begin with smaller pack sizes that will commence as of the 1st of January 2020. These will be available. The TGA will be approving them. And what this means for opioids is that particularly in post-operative circumstances, patients will be given the right dose, not an excessive dose. That's better for the patient in his or her recovery. And it also reduces the risk of misadventure at home or in other circumstances with surplus medicines which would otherwise be available. Furthermore, we will introduce boxed warnings and class statements. And what that means is that these new boxed warnings will be phased in. They will be for all prescription opioids, and that means that there will be a very significant step forward. We will also have stronger warnings in CMIs. So these stronger warnings will be developed in conjunction with both the sector and the sponsors. That means that they will provide consumers with real information that is fundamentally important. We will, in addition, be restricting the indications for fentanyl patches. They will be restricted on the advice of the TGA to 3 areas: cancer patients, palliative care, and exceptional circumstances. Many of you have advocated for this. You have seen the addictive and dangerous qualities of fentanyl. We know that this has been one of the drivers of the opioid crisis in the United States, and on our watch, in our time, we have to work together to make sure that this does not happen. So I want to thank you for your work. These steps forward will make a difference on top of the declaration of the quality and safe use of medicines as a national health priority. All the best.